Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon. 50 years ago today, on August 11th, 1968, British Railways ran their last final passenger steam service. It's standard gauge though, because the railroad ride was still under British Railways. So there was a train that left Liverpool Live Street, went to Manchester Victoria, then went up towards Carlisle by the Settle and Carlisle line, and then came back. This steam charter was called 1T57, the 15 guinea special. Hauled by a black 45110 out of Liverpool Live Street. Hang on a second. There, that's better. So there was a black 5 that pulled the train out of Liverpool Live Street, 45117. Then Oliver Cromwell took it to Carlisle from Manchester Victoria, and I think on the way back two black 5s, 44871, and I can't remember the other one, but it's like 44778. No, I can't remember the other black 5 because that one got scrapped. Pulled it on the way down, and then 45110 took it back to Liverpool Live Street. Now, they've not recreated the 1T57, but I think the Great Central Railway are today with Oliver Cromwell, because they've got a Facebook live special or a Twitter live special. But we are going to the Settle and Carlisle Railway today, actually, because we are at, you can see there, Bradford Station. Bradford Station's just over there. Also, why actually got up off my seat and having a look out this window. You can see Bradford Forster Square Station's there, but the old station, I thought it used to be actually where this here, but it turns out after some research last night that this part here is actually a building. And behind that wall used to be the old Bradford Forster Square Station, which I'm going to do which I'm going to have a quick look actually. I'm going to go into Paul Whitewick mode and have a look at that disused station quickly. Yeah, I put a YouTube plugin, Paul Whitewick's historical disused stations and lines. They actually are great to watch and sometimes hilarious. So give them a subscribe actually. Right, back to our thing, because I have been yabbering on over 2 minutes, so this is when I start getting a dislike or something like that. Anyway, our today's plan actually is we're going to do Frizinghall Station, then we're going to do Bingley Station, hopefully get one of the steam charters through there, which is called the Waverley. Then we're going to Settle to get the Waverley flying through there. Then I'm going to Garsdale to get the Cumbrian Mountain Express flying through there. Then I'm going to Long Preston to do some filming there and to get the final steam excursion through there, which is the Settle and Carlisle Golden Statesman Part 1, which is the Union of South Africa. The other two I think are Jubilees. Then I'm going to Lancaster, Preston, Birmingham, home. I'll be back at Rushy Town for after 11 o'clock tonight. So we're going to get to breakfast now, and then I'm going to have a look at that disused Bradford Forster Square Station. Then I'm going to Bradford Forster Square Station to catch my train. Now I just had a quick look, and I always thought Bradford Forster Square, the old station, was over there. But it turns out that's actually a building there. And there was a building next door to the station. The location of Bradford Forster Square Station, before it moved, is actually here, in this little part here, where this building lies, this private car park. So the old Bradford Forster Square Station, before it got knocked down and moved over to this section here, is actually literally where we're standing now. That's a nasty fire. We're now at Frizinghall Station. Now I was going to film here for an hour, but I don't think that's going to be possible now, because if you look behind me, there's a line side fire right next to the tracks. Literally I had to switch the overhead lines off. Diesel trains are running in and out. I think I'm going to have to abandon Frizinghall, get the next train out of here and go to Shipley, because I don't think I'll be able to do some filming here at all, because they are cancelling electric trains left, right and centre, and there is a limited service of diesels. So we'll go straight to Bingley as soon as the first available train gets here.
We are sorry to announce that the 0900 Northern service to Bradford Forster Square
Right, we're still at Frizinghall and
has been cancelled.
It was a bad idea to come here.
A fire next to the track.
Because I was literally going to film trains here. The only train I'll be filming is the one that I just filmed out, and whatever's going to come to Bradford at 9:18, and then my train out of here. So this was an absolute disaster to come here now, because on the board every single train cancelled, 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 except for that one, which is due here at 9:20. So, oh yeah, by the way, I think they had a new waiting shelter here. I've never seen that waiting shelter here before. But anyway, I'm not here to look at waiting shelters, I was here to film trains. But unfortunately, there is no trains. So I might do something that I should not be doing, but I might do it anyway. I might walk into Shipley. We're now on the A650, the Keighley Road. We actually are walking to Shipley Station now. I have found the route on the phone, and we're going to be walking there to Shipley from Frizinghall Station, which is not actually expected to happen today, but due to the circumstances of the line-side fire next to Frizinghall Station, and there's hardly any trains to film at Frizinghall, I thought, well, I'm going to have to walk into Shipley. So I'm actually going to go to Bingley early and see what happens there, but might be having an extended filming session at Bingley. But I'm going to have to wait and see. I might do the extended filming at Bingley actually, because there is no trains between Skipton and Bradford, so I have to rely on the Leeds trains. Anyway, go and see what happens when we get to Shipley. We're now turning off the A560 and now walking down the A6038. Now this road that's straight ahead should take me to Shipley Station. It's still a bloody long walk though. We're almost at Shipley Station. It is literally just round the corner from this bridge. But the reason I've actually come here is because I found Shipley Scrapyard, and there's a diesel that I've been trying to get. Literally right there somewhere, that I've been trying to get for ages, and I found the bridge to get it. Which wasn't by deliberate actually, this was quite accidental find. But there's a little diesel shunt sitting, there's two actually, sitting at Shipley Scrapyard. Leeds and Bradford Railway opened their extension from Shipley to Keighley on the 16th of March 1847. Bingley Station opened on the same day and was only the intermediate station until Saltire was built in 1856. The 1847 Bingley Station was built and located near Three Rice Lock. The Leeds and Bradford Railways was absorbed into the Midland Railway in 1851 and closed the original Bingley Station. A new station, which is where we are standing on, opened on the 24th of July 1892. The station was designed by Charles Trubshaw, who was the Midland Railway architect. South of the station is Bingley Tunnel, which is 151 yards or 138 metres. A report in the Lancashire Gazette in 1847 states that a freight train from Leeds to Lancaster went through a station at 20 miles per hour and hit some stationary freight wagons on the main line. 3 wagons were destroyed while the 4th wagon and the locomotive were badly damaged. Right, the charter train, the Waverley, is running a bit late. It's scheduled here at 10:52 now, but on this platform there's a train at 10:53, so potentially I might have to go over to the other side just to get it flying through. But we'll see anyway, because it's due in 7 minutes apparently. But there is 2 trains that's before it, so it could be alright. We'll see anyway, see how the progress is doing. We're now at Settle Station on the Settle and Carlisle, or the log drag. Now, the only problem is, because I got the rail tour fly through here with Leander, and now I'm stuck here till 2:15. Because my next train after is 2:15 to Garsdale, so I can get the other Jubilee fly through there. And then I've got an hour, 15 minutes after that flies through. No, I've got an hour before the steamer flies through, and then 15 minutes after that for my train to along Preston, which is where I'm the least place I'll probably end up, but that's where I'm going to get the A4 flying through. So I could do some filming along Preston and then get to Lancaster from there. So we're going to wait for this unit to come in, get that leaving, and then after that I think I'll go to the Chippy, because there is a chip shop in Settle which is just north of this station. So I'm going to go there to get something to eat while I kill some time. Settle Station was designed by the Midland architect John Holloway Sanders. The station opened with the line on the 1st of May 1876 and was named Settle New to distinguish it from the nearby station on a different route called Settle Old, which has been renamed Giggleswick Station in 1877, and Settle New Station was just renamed to Settle on the 1st of July 1879. The railway is very close to the town centre and is staffed on a part-time basis. The footbridge at the station is the ex-North British Railway footbridge, which was located at Drem Station in East Lothian, which got dismantled during the East Coast Mail Line electrification. The footbridge was re-erected at Settle Station in 1993 to allow the old barrow crossing at the north end of the station to be taken out of use, but it's still used for wheelchair users when the station is staffed. The old station signal box, which closed in 1984, has been restored as a visitor attraction by the Friends of the Settle Carlisle line. On the 21st of January 1960, an express train derailed just north of the station, the near village of Langscliffe, then collided with a northbound freight train due to the defect of the British Railways standard Class 7 locomotive 70052 Furford Tay, was hauling the 2105 Glasgow St Locks to London St Pancras Express, which had 75 passengers on board. 5 passengers were killed and 9 passengers were injured. Just now left Settle Station. We're just having a walk around Settle itself. Now, try to find where that chippy is. I don't think it's down here. Got cars turning. So crossed. Anyway, yeah, so we've got a ScotRail 158. Well, it's an ex-ScotRail 158 DMU because it's now belongs to Northern, because they started to cascade some of their units down because of their 385s that they're being introduced. But it's actually a nice village, Settle. Might get some shots on the way back of it, but I'm going to find that chippy now because the next train's not till like 2:15, so it's a good hour and a half away. So even now I'll sit at the station with my thumb up my back to Settle Station after I've got my chippy, some haddock and chips from a place called The Fisherman. It's about a 10-minute walk from the station. It's quite nice actually. But yeah, so this is the waiting room in Settle in the station building. Can I have a quick look around before I tuck into this? We've got a nameplate there called Ribblehead Viaduct. And we've got a nameplate there called Giggleswick, and I think A, that's the name of the station, and B, I think that's a Patriot Lane, Giggleswick. I don't know if Patriots came over to Settle and Carlisle. It's a nice station building inside. Those are leaflets. But yeah, so we're here till 2:15 before we move on to Garsdale, so I'm going to have this fish and chips now.
It's a Stainforth box in its day.
I think it's bang that against a big wall.
And of course the entrance to all this and the crossover.
You see, there's so many things get built across the line over the years.
Well, that's
the business time.
Well, even on the Wednesday Railway, I remember that as well. And the whole idea was eventually to extend right back to Garsdale.
The old box.
But it ain't going to happen now because of it. The chapel owns West Railway.
Mr. Smith? Yeah, certainly, yeah.
We've actually had a nice time in Settle. We settled down for some lunch. You get that one, nice pun. We had a look around Settle town centre, pretty nice town centre. But we're going to be leaving here shortly, waiting for the 14:17 to Garsdale. Have an hour at Garsdale roughly, then we're going to come back to do Long Preston. But it is absolutely a nice day. Last time, okay, it was a bit miserable weather, but it was nice weather though. But it's nice and sunny today. Garsdale Station is another station designed by John Holloway Sanders, the Midland Railway architect. The station opened on the 1st of August 1876 as Hall's Junction. On the 20th of January 1900, it was renamed to Hall's Junction in Garsdale. On the 24th of December 1910, just north of London's viaduct between Hall's Junction and Ace Gill, a signalman forgot about a pair of light engines, waited at his down starting signal and returned to the sheds at Carlisle. The signalman set the road for his down Scotch Express, and when the signal cleared, the light engines set off in front of the same block section, which led to the Scotch Express colliding with the two light engines from behind, derailing one engine, but the other locomotive and the Scotch Express carried on for 200 yards before the locomotive came to rest against the side of a cutting, and the two locomotives of the Scotch Express also derailed with coaches piling up behind them. 56 passengers were on board, 12 passengers died, and 17 passengers injured. The branch line to Halls closed in March 1959. The signal box opened a few months before the Christmas 1910 accident and is still in use today. The station did close on the 4th of May 1970 but reopened on the 14th of July 1986 and on the southbound platform features a life-size bronze statue of a border collie named Russ Warp, which the dog belonged to Graham Nuttall, who was one of the founding members of the group that saved the Settle and Carlisle Railway. The dog was featured in the campaign to save the line and signed the petition with a paw print. We're now at Garsdale Station, waiting for, well, we think it's 45699 Galatea to fly through. But it's a bit windy today here, which is nice because it's refreshing. But yeah, so as soon as this steam train flies through, I've literally got to leg it over to the other side, which I've got to go down a hill, onto a road bridge to get to the other side. But yeah, it's another nice station on the Settle and Carlisle line. But this is the furthest point we're going on the line today, because we're going back south afterwards. We're actually going off the Settle and Carlisle after this station to Long Preston. It's part of the Settle and Carlisle line, but it's not as such. But I think it is actually. People might disagree with me with that, but because on Wikipedia I know it says the Settle and Carlisle line it actually leads to Carlisle. But yeah, there should be a fast DMU flying through, then a steam locomotive, like I mentioned, and then our train to Long Preston. The Jubilee was actually running a bit early, which is good because I've got to walk under a road bridge from one platform to another. Oh, this is a steep hill. Now, I don't know where the station is. I think it's actually over there. Because, yeah, bloody hell, this is a steep hill. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Garsdale Station. So we've just walked it. You've got some views over here, I'll tell you that. Some nice, good night side spots around here. Yeah. Surprisingly now, as soon as we get down this road, we're actually walking on the old track bed that took you to Northallerton by Halls. That's H-A-W-E-S. Hall Station still, I think it exists, but it's closed. Yeah, this takes you to, we're on the track bed of the Halls line now, to Northallerton, which is just here. Okay. You see the old station where it used to be there. Yeah, Garsdale did have 3 platforms. So we're going to get our train now and then head to Long Preston.
get off.
We now made it to Long Preston station. This is our last station of the day before we go back to Lancaster on the West Coast Main Line. And to be honest, this would be the last place you would see me ever, to be honest. Because I wouldn't even consider this station, to be honest. But since it's here for the A4, the Union South Africa, we're Class 66 Tuckton, of course. And it's only a few minutes away from Hellifield, I decided to do this one. Plus, you can get trains arriving departed this station. So it actually does make a good video for YouTube as well, like 6 trains in 2 hours. Yeah, they say disabled access because the path is a bit steep and it's gravelly as well, as you can see. But yeah, so we're going to be here to film our next final steam charter through on the Settle and Carlisle. Well, they say it's on the Settle and Carlisle, to be honest, because Long Preston is more on the Lancaster and Settle line. I should not actually be doing this backwards, to be honest. But yeah, it's a nice little station here. Little basic waiting shelters. Apparently though, you can't stand on this bridge here. So really, and plus into the guy actually behind that bridge, as you saw as on arrival, I think the best thing to do is for me to stay here. Stay through here, I'll get it flying through here on the curve. Hoping I get rid of that 66 as well a little bit. So, like I said, we're here till 1825 and then we're getting a train to Lancaster. Long Preston Station lies between Hellifield and Settle Junction. This station is also the last station when the Settle to Carlisle and the Leeds to Walkham line splits off at Settle Junction. The station opened on the 30th of July 1849 by the Little North Western Railway, but was taken over by the Midland Railway. The wooden buildings were demolished in the early 1970s and lie as simple waiting shelters. The station is unstaffed. It's also noted on the Carlisle or Lancaster platform that you are not allowed to stand under the road bridge due to the platform being narrow. You can only stand under the road bridge when the train stops at the station. Okay, she was supposed to pass here about just after 5 o'clock and it's 16:48. Last time I checked she was only at Bleemore. She must have pelted it down here, I'll tell you that, or left early. So I've got some time to kill now with units before my train, yeah, because the next unit's actually here in an hour. So I've got some time to kill before I go to Lancaster. I've got to kill some time somehow while waiting for trains. Well, this is interesting. I have been at a railway station now for an hour with no trains passing through. This has got to be a first. Would have been Frizinghall, but I decided to walk it this morning. But no, there's a train to Carlisle that is running nearly half an hour late. Should have been here about 7:48, but it's due, no actually it's 20 minutes late. But it's due after 6 o'clock. There's one to fly through at 18:04 to Leeds. And then at 18:28 is my train to Lancaster. But it goes to Morecambe. I have been occupying myself by watching all the stations on their trip to Penzance. But yeah, it's literally, I've been here for an hour doing nothing, which is a first. But no, there should be some trains in a minute. Like if I just go on to oh, I'm already on my phone. Let's go on to real-time trains. Departures for Long Preston. Oh no, 18:05 Leeds Carlisle. It's 17:58 now, so I'll get ready this second because the other train should be flying through 18:04. So we should get a fast first to Leeds. Then a train to Carlisle stops here. 18:25. Just double check, see if it's on time. Oh no, it's 3 late at Steelston and the first station after Keighley. 3 minutes late. So I'm just going to get ready for this fast train to come through now.
Residential travelling to Clapham now. Clapham is this station stop, thank you. Counters down next station, stop again for man passengers getting up here. Take all personal items that belong in with them, exchanging heading to anyone asking suspicious where. Again, please report immediately to a member of train crew, or alternatively get in touch with British Transport Police on 61016. Once again, that's Counters down next station, stop, please change here for any connections. That's all. Thank you. passengers getting up here to take off their flights and belongings with them. If you see any non-emergencies before we get please report to me, and then the alternatively get restricted down properly, crossing 101. Again, you might have no next station stop. Please down the train if you're going forward onto Waverley, and there will be a turnaround time of around about 10 minutes, and there will be an option. Okay, Leander, like I said, you're getting up here on behalf of myself and the driver. Thank you for your service this evening, and we hope you have a lovely evening. Like I said, all the best here. Thank you.
Oh look, it started raining Lancaster.
Arriving in Preston, travelling on through to Blackpool North, Blackpool South, travelling on through to Bingley, Blackpool, Frizinghall, Holme, those through to Leeds, services through to Manchester. In travelling on through to Liverpool, I'll remain on board with service to Wigan, and there's connections at Wigan for you. If you're travelling on through to Liverpool, remain on board with service and change at the next stop, which is Wigan North Western. Train now riding into Preston.
We are approaching Birmingham Street now. We are late. We're actually going to get in for 22:09, which gives me 10 minutes to get the last Rushi train. But hopefully I can still make it, so it's not too bad. Saves me waiting in Birmingham, to be honest. But we have passed Soho Junction, but we're actually, I think at Monument Lane area now, just coming into the tunnel at Birmingham before New Street Station. But I'm going to get this and then we're going to go to the platform straight away to get my train to Rugeley. I'm hoping they haven't cancelled it, because they have cancelled one 2 hours ago. That's right.
Welcome to Birmingham New Street, which is our final stop.
coming down there, the Ruby train's just there, and everybody's all down back there. Well, that's alright, they put me down the extreme end of 5, I can get a bloody seat on this. And it's raining in Birmingham. Lovely. Idiots. Yeah. See, they're all coming down now to catch this train. Oh, right there, there's a shed. Oh no, there's a skip, there's that charter for Appleby. The one that you worked, but I ain't got time for that. I've got to get on. Oh lovely, it's raining. If you don't believe it's raining, you can see the wipers going. Right, I'm back at Rugeley Town now. I'm not going to do my outro here. I'm going to actually save it till the next day tomorrow. I might do it on the way to work when I'm at Rugeley Trent Valley. So the next clip now is actually going to be the next day. Because to be honest, I'm actually going home and I'm a bit tired. Right, I'm at Rugeley Trent Valley. This is the next day. This ain't the 11th, this is the 12th of August now. Because I was a bit tired last night and just want to get home. So I'm doing my outro now from yesterday. Now, everything went well, apart from when I got to Frizinghall very early in the morning. To be honest, that is a bit my fault because I should have really checked the trains. If I knew, excuse me, if I knew that was going on at Frizinghall, I would have gone to Bradford. I did change, got to Leeds and then went that way towards Bingley. But yeah, left the Travelodge and, well, got to the station, saw the train cancelled, but I thought it was just the odd one. But then when I saw that fire, thinking, oh, right. So, apart from that, I had to walk to Shipley, which took me about 40 minutes, stop and start. Other than that, it's been a fantastic day. Nearly got bowled out the Steam Locomotive at Bingley. Luckily, I managed to move over the platform quickly after watching real-time trains and Traxi. Some good web pages there. Then I went to Settle, got it flying through Settle. Then went to Garsdale after a couple hours in Settle. But if you're in Settle, there's a chippy called the Fisherman, 10-minute walk away, nice place for some fish, haddock and chips. The haddock was nice. Then went to Garsdale to get Galatea flying through, which was a good area to get it. We literally came round out, cutting round the corner, over a bridge, through the station. So you saw it like a minute in advance. Wonderful view. Then we went to along Preston, got the A4 flying through the Union South Africa. Then unfortunately there was a little snag because I had to wait it out for the next train to arrive, well, to fly through. So I was standing at Long Preston for an hour without doing anything. Fortunately you don't get these at Long Preston. You must have saw that camcorder. Anyway, so we're at Long Preston, then went to Lancaster, started raining. It is raining now actually. Then went down to Birmingham. We're about 10 minutes before my train, got it okay, got back to Rugeley, fine. So that's the end of Steam thing I've done, which was a nice tribute for the 50 years, well it's actually 50 years and 1 day now, of 1T57, the final British Steam Hall passenger train on standard railways, because after that they still ran the Bale Risle Railway, which was the narrow gauge railway, and it was still in BR ownership I think till 1989. But anyway, so no need to say what I'm at now. Well, you know my Facebook page, Simon Trains Rail Journeys. You know my Twitter, Instagram, Simon Trains. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it. The next trip will be uploaded next Sunday. I know where I'm going, but I don't want to give it away because I want to do the intro as if it's like out the blue. So I know where I'm going. It's a place that I never really touch. I'll let you know that. It's on the eastern side of England. But that show will be uploaded next Sunday. It will be 2 days, but it will crammed into one because it's going to start about afternoon. Which actually I will be filming tomorrow because I've got to do a job for something, you know. As soon as I get there, it's like whatever I can do. I do have an overnight stay planned, and I've got the next day planned for Tuesday. So thank you for watching this show. I'll see you next Sunday, because every Sunday I upload a Simon Trains Rail Journey video.